Not in your bedpost, but you're just a line in a song. Not in your bedpost, but you're just a line in a song. Drop a heart, break a name. We're always sleeping in and we're sleeping for the wrong team. We're going down, down in an earlier round.
What's up, guys? I'm back, ready to make another video for y'all. We got my buddy CRF450R. Do some maintenance on this bike tonight. He's been around. I'm gonna give you a little background here in a minute on my buddy Hunter. He's been around with other people doing mechanic work for him, so he knows a lot about what he's doing, especially with all the maintenance. I know you guys like those kind of videos. It's been a while since I made a video, but I am back. This is that 450 we're talking about. I'll take you to Hunter, get a little introduction in, and then we'll get started.
What's up, guys? Hunter Weidenbaker. Spent some time on the road the last few years mechanicking for Austin Politelli and Cheyenne Harmon, both as a privateer and when he was racing for micro-built Suzuki. Here's my 2013 CRF 450. Nothing too special, pretty good looking bike, but we're gonna do some maintenance on it tonight and show you what it's all about. Hopefully you guys can learn something from what I've learned in the last 20 years.
Little update, this used to be my bike. This is that Honda that I made videos of.
Looks way better now.
Hunter says it looks way better now, but you know, I don't know. It does look really fucking good though. It's a little dirty though. Memories. I miss this bad boy. I think I'm gonna have to give me another one. Another one.
See how dirty Ian's filter was?
Look at this. We got a few of these to clean. 1, 2, 3. This one's real dirty. This one looks old as fuck too. Using this PJ1 air filter cleaner. As you can see, it quickly removes dirt and grime. So that's what we're gonna use for all three of these. Same thing, PJ1. As you can see, maximizes filter efficiency.
Aerosol.
Aerosol, son. Let that dry for a bit before you oil it, and we're gonna
favorite filters ever.
This is his favorite filters, and they're the twin airs.
No.
Yeah, they are.
That's a twin.
Okay, that's a twin air. That
right here
is a
air filters.
That's a DT1 air filter right there. Apparently you can't go any better than that, so we're gonna clean this motherfucker up so we can put it right back in that bike.
Way more dense foam. As you can see, way more quality gasket right here. So with this one, you've just got real soft foam like you do with the rest of the filter here. And here, this one's a lot more thick. This is a thicker material.
Prevents that dust and dirt from going inside of your bike here. So
Here's a third option. Just your
DT1. Third
stock,
option.
Stock Honda filter.
This is stock Honda filter.
Came out of my
Obviously
brother's.
you can tell it looks a little bit different.
Came out of my brother's 250, but the 250 and 450 air filters for a 13 through 16 450 and 14 through 17 250 are all the same.
So Hunter said with this PJ1 air filter cleaner, you wanna wait 15 minutes before you rinse them out. So you rinse them out after 15 minutes. Let it air dry overnight is the best option, and then you're gonna want to use your oil. But he said that sometimes he has been known to use a hair dryer to dry these a lot faster. So if you're in a bunch or a rush or anything, you know, use a hair dryer, and you can dry it faster. But don't overheat them too much, or else that'll cause problems. Maybe this is just a mechanic thing, but I always use the hole in the stand right here. But Hunter set his bike up like this, and then he just got like the oil pan under there. I guess it gives him more room and shit, but I've never seen that done before. So there's a little tip for you guys, I guess. We had to get rid of the old oil in this fucking oil catch because it was full. So we just put it in there.
Gonna drain that out. Let it empty. Just take that underbolt out right there, we're good.
Say every 2.5 hours in the manual. This bike says in the manual every 2.5 hours. I'm assuming it's going to say that for the 250 as well. However, when I did my bikes, I usually did it every 10 hours. Hunter says that's way too long to change your oil, but he did it every 3. I never had an issue every 10, so it's up to you really. It's not that much to change your oil. It's definitely not hard. This video shows you how to do it. So, okay, so basically the manual just said actually it was every 15 hours or every, how many races? 6 races. So depends how hard you ride really. You saw how dark that oil was, and that was at 3.3 hours. So yeah, it does get dark, but every 5 to 10 hours probably is the best way to do it. I did it every 10. He does it every 3. So
I ride a little hard.
3 to 4. So you know, depending on how you ride, that's how long you want to do it.
We got a little helper right here, Mommy. Yeah, you're so cute. It's gonna help us change the oil and stuff today.
So as you ride your bike and everything, if you don't already know, a lot of times with the dirt and dust and mud and everything on your hot pipe, it's going to have a lot of grime on it and a lot of brown dirt stuck to the pipe. So it looks like it's rusted and everything. So, you know, obviously you can just take a scratch pad, scratch that off.
Steel wool works too.
Steel wool also works, he said. And then, you know, when you wash it off next time, it's going to be looking brand new. So just a little tip if you didn't already know.
Keep WD-40 on your pipe after you wash it.
He said
help
use
prevent rust too.
WD-40 on your pipe after you ride and you wash it. It'll help prevent the rust. However, if you do use the WD-40, be aware it's going to smoke. So don't be alarmed if that's what you plan on doing. It will smoke. Be sure to just squeeze and not, you want to squeeze them, but you don't want to wring them out, like twist them and stuff. You don't want to tear anything. But yeah, you just rinse them out after 15 minutes and they're as good as new.
You want oil on? After you let it dry all night. I just want to get you a side-by-side comparison before and after.
So this particular bike takes 580 cc's. That's the engine side. So 580 in the engine, and do you know off the top of your head what the other side is?
I think it's right about 600.
Right about 600 in the tranny side. We'll get back to you on that. And yeah, I mean, you just plug up the bottom. It's pretty easy. Plug up the bottom. You can see in my other vids. 640 he said on the tranny side, the clutch side. So yeah, just plug up the bottom, fill up your top. Usually, I've said it multiple times in my other maintenance videos, I always change my oil filter every other oil change. How much did you do, Hunter?
Every 2 or 3. It just depends on what type of ride I'm doing.
Depending on how many rides he does, or what type of riding he's doing, he changes his every 2 or 3. Personally, I rode trails most of the time, so I put a lot of hours on mine every ride. So every other oil change, I would change my oil filter as well. We're not going to do that today, but if you did, all you do is take that bolt out, pull it out. Remember the way it went in. So when you put in your new oil filter, put it on the same way. There's like a little spring on there, and then you put it back in, screw it in. There's a little bit of oil in there, so I usually like scoop it out with my finger and like dump it out. And then you're good to go there. So yeah, you just fill back up. And usually when I change my oil, I just when I'm done, I just plug it back up and let it run for a few minutes, just so next time I ride, I know that everything is good to go and through the motor. So yeah, we're just gonna fill it up right now. If you're going to buy a helmet, we recommend the Shoei helmets. Top of the line. This is Hunter's helmet, 973 with Wadebaker on there, his last name. You can tell like they're super fucking quality helmets. The style and the design, the fit of the helmet is just top notch. So if you're looking for a helmet and you don't know what to get, you got a little extra money to spend on one, which is usually a good idea for a helmet, the Shoei is the way to go. That's what Hunter would suggest. I also like the Bell Moto 9 helmets, so if you like those too, check them out. The first video I put in of the engine oil was just half of the oil that it needed, so we're gonna put in the other half real quick. Follow my dude on Instagram. Here's his tag right there. Little plug.
When you're doing your clutch slide, you got to be careful pouring it in, because if you pour it too fast, it'll just run off your plates and overflow out off your clutch plates.
Alright guys, so basically what we're doing is cleaning the seat with this super clean stuff. Hunter said that you really want to use like glass cleaner. That's probably the best bet to go with cleaning the seat. That's why the seat was off the bike the whole video, because you don't really want to power wash seats hold water. So he said the best way to do it, you know, take the seat off, power wash the bike, put your air filter cover on there, power wash that, and then you can really just clean the seat with like glass wash or pretty much any kind of wash. And this is the super clean, like you said, but that's the best way to do it. It doesn't really hold any of this stuff, and it gets it clean without just filling it with water. Some seats might be waterproof, but a lot aren't. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. All we had to do tonight was just tranny and engine oil, and then the air filter, but usually we do a lot more, but stay tuned because he needs new brake pads and some other stuff. So we're gonna make some more videos on that. And he'll give you a lot more tips on like what he does at the track. This is just like at home tips, but he'll give you a lot more tips when he does at the track and stuff like that. When he's working on these pro riders bikes and everything, when you only have like 45 minutes between motos and stuff to, you know, really go over the whole bike. So stay tuned. We'll get with you on more tips and tricks for your dirt bike. And hopefully that helped, you know, to change your oil or just something. So thank you guys for watching, and subscribe.